Let's see here. Take two. Got cut off. I'm almost done folding these clothes here. You know, I'm going to talk about something that's probably controversial. And I've been aware of the flack and the snide comments that people have made. I made a video, this was about a year ago, and it was when I was still doing dance, recording my dance rehearsals and things, and doing some performance here in this room. And I haven't been doing the dance and my yoga and stuff in this room because I had to grow my garden in this room, use this room as like basically a greenhouse, because last year somebody in my garden outside sprayed my garden with herbicide. Because people are shitty. I think that kind of stuff is funny. But I did a video where I danced, and this piece was a piece of art. This was a finished piece. I danced bare-chested, bare-breasted to an Aphex Twin song called Window Licker. Now, this piece was about a few different things. So, you know, I've been having people furtively spy on me, right? You know, all my stuff's been hacked, and people peeking through my windows, going through my stuff, follow me around places, all this kind of bullshit, you know, hacking into my phone and listening and watching what I'm doing. Like, there's probably somebody hacked in listening to what I'm recording right now. And so, Window Licker, that's what it was, you know, Window Licker, to me, that song was about the people spying on me, right? What are they expecting to see? Are they expecting to see something dirty? Are they expecting to see me doing something illegal? Are they expecting to see me being crazy? I mean, what is it that they're fucking looking for? What is it that you're looking for? Are you looking for me to be a racist? Are you looking, because I've been trying to, you know, is that what you want? Because if that's what you want, I'll give that to you, but that's not what I am. That's not me, right? That's not what my artwork is. You know, people trying to stop my work from being made or doing whatever I'm doing just because maybe we have a different political position. And it's, you know, the last place that I lived, they were all Bernie Sanders dick suckers, right? You know, I'm a libertarian. I'm a libertarian. And I've been open about that. And people are shitty to libertarians. I don't know why people are afraid of us. You know, I mean, we're the ones that believe in constitutional rights, right? You know, I mean, no libertarian is going to ask you, going to expect you to be a slave. No libertarian is going to expect you to be a slave. That's socialism. That's socialism. Anyway. Where was I? Oh, the Window Licker. So I took flack for this because I was wearing my Our Lady of Guadalupe skirt, and while I was bare-chested listening and dancing to this song, Window Licker, and, you know, why is that supposed to be dirty, right? Why are my breasts dirty? And why is it supposed to be considered dirty to be bare-chested with my Mary skirt? When I was dancing in this room in front of Jesus, isn't Mary his mother? And wouldn't she have been breastfeeding him? And didn't the Pope say that breastfeeding is a natural thing? Breasts are natural, and that women are welcome to breastfeed in the Vatican? Is it considered dirty because I don't physically actually I don't have children? Is that why? Is it dirty because somebody thought I was attractive? Is that what that was about? Well, excuse me for not being some ugly, nasty pile of poo. Yeah, I'm shaking my finger at you. There's nothing dirty about my body. There's nothing dirty about being a woman. I'll tell you what. Ugh. You know what I find dirty are people sneaking around trying to make out that something I'm doing is dirty or wrong when it's not. You know, when you start attacking artists and artwork, you're the fascist. When you're attacking artists and artwork, you become the fascist. You know, all of these monuments, these sculptures that are being torn down across the South. Now, do I support the idea of celebrating Confederate soldiers? No, but nor do I support destroying artwork or history. There is, you know, there's a reason. You know, when you start pulling down sculptures and monuments, and instead of moving them into a context that maybe is more appropriate given day and age and time that's going on, you're no different than the Taliban blowing up the Buddhas in Afghanistan, right? I'm reading this book right now called The Carpet Wars. Very, very, very interesting. This guy, he talks, it's his story about his 10-year trek through Afghanistan to buy carpets. And the store, I mean, the book is about the carpet trade, but it can't help but also be about the politics and the war that's going on, because it's not just the poppies. You know, after, you know, besides poppies and opium, the biggest the GDP of that area is Oriental rugs. And when I say Oriental, I'm talking about from the Orient, as Oriental as opposed to Occidental, right? Eastern as opposed to Western. And it's just, it's very, very interesting. It's very, very, very interesting. But he talks in the book about seeing the Buddhas and then being there and finding out about them being destroyed by the Taliban. So when you start destroying these monuments and not allowing space in museums for them or in museum-type environment, you become the fascist. You become the terrorist. You become the extremist. Art is about critical thought. It's about expression. It's about making people think. It's not, you know, me doing a dance video is not distributing dangerous material to minors, right? And Jello Biafra was sued for, right? People all offended. Oh, my kids like you, and you did a video with your titties out. It's like, you know what? There was nothing dirty. I wasn't grabbing my nipples and flipping them around. I wasn't, you know, molesting myself. There was nobody rubbing me. I mean, it was a topless woman dancing, right? What is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? What message are you sending to your children when you try to make out that is something dirty or nasty or obscene? I've done lots of nude work, and because I believe that the human body is a piece of artwork. And I'm not talking about Kanye West and like his garbage saying, oh, my wife's body is a work of art, whatever. Whatever, those people, whatever. I'm talking about making actual artwork, right? Like my book, Susanna's Revenge, you know? There are people who get off on all kinds of things, right? There's some people who used to find the Sears catalog sexy, right? There's some people who find that are sexually aroused by children. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. That doesn't do it for me, right? But there's some people who feel that way. So are you going to say that a playground is something that's obscene? I think it is obscene to teach children that there is something inherently dirty about their body. Ugh. That's obscenity. Not teaching children to respect the planet. That's obscene. Not teaching children to be respectful of different viewpoints or different positions and or cultures or religions or whatever, you know. I mean, that's obscene. My video is not obscene. I'm fatter now, so you know, maybe that'll make it better for people. Oh, she's a little bit fatter now, so now nobody's gonna want, you know, now she's not so sexy. Well, let me tell you, there's some people who find fat people sexy too. Ugh. Anyway. Got this other project I've been working on for a while here, and let me get this out of the way. I'll show you what I've been working on. Right, so somebody can copy it, right? Tell ya, people without an original idea in their head have a lot of nerve. Trying to come after me for whatever, you know. And you just, you know, I don't know. You're going to be offended by the way I'm dressed. You're going to be offended because I'm wearing a long skirt and an apron. I wear this. This isn't a costume. This is like what I wear. And if you don't like it, it's like, oh, Larissa, is that impressive? I got a babushka on. It's hot. It's hot, and my babushka's keeping the sweat out of my eyes and keeping my hair from looking all nasty because I'm sweaty, right? Because it's hot. Not pretending to be this, that, or the other thing. It's no symbol of oppression. It's no symbol of this, that, or the other thing. It's just what I'm wearing. You want me to dress like... Oh, this article. I saw this article online that Cosmo, somebody devoted an entire, a journalist, a quote-unquote journalist, devoted an entire article to Kendall Jenner wearing a pair of short shorts and a crop top to the beach. What? I saw the headline. I didn't even bother to read the article, because, like, why? Why? Why is that worthy of any kind of media? No, I think it's because that's the kind of shit that those people thrive on, is oh, looking good in a bikini. It's like, yeah, I've worn bikinis. I've done nude work, too. Go eat a fried egg. Anyway. What have I been working on? So, Christmas tree this year, instead of digging out all of my ornaments, I am going to make ornaments this year, and I'm doing... going to do a bread and wine theme tree. So I've been collecting these, corks, wine corks and stuff for about 4 years. Now, first made a rosary. There was this priest that I thought I was friends with. I don't know, maybe I was, I don't know if we were friends or not. Anyway, I was in a choir, and he was being moved to another church, and so made him a going away gift. And I made him this rosary out of I carved the wine corks, and it was very beautiful. It was beautiful. It took forever because I used copper tubing, and I put tube rivets through the center of each of the cork beads that I made, and then wire wrapped them and everything. It was really cool. I'm not doing that with these. I'm not tube riveting. The metal would make the garland far too heavy, but I'm gonna make like four strips, and if I don't have enough corks, there's a depot, East Bay Depot for Creative Reuse. They collect corks there, and I can go buy them in bulk if I don't have enough. But I've drilled all of these holes, and the thing about the cork holes is some of the corks they kind of close back up after you drill the hole. And I've been trying to, like, I've taped a piece of copper wire onto the end of under the end of the twine here. But even that, it's kind of difficult getting the string through. So I got a couple different tools here. Got a couple different pokers to try to open the holes up. And if stretching it doesn't work, then I got a bead reamer here. What is a bead reamer? A bead reamer is like a fine file, and it's a round pointed file. It's graduated, and then on the end here there's a cullet, right? That's what this is called. So like if you're looking at a power drill or at a Dremel, there's this little sleeve that comes off the end, and then there's this part, right? There's these 4 prongs. This is called the cullet, and it expands. It's in 4 pieces because as you tighten it, it expands or contracts, and that's what grips. So this is a bead reamer. This is used for opening up pearls or gemstone beads or glass beads, and it's a very fine file, and you can use it wet or dry. But I have this to try using as well. This will actually remove material, like it will sand additional material from the cork, whereas this other poker thing that I have here is just stretching it. So that has stretched this open quite a bit. Let's see if I can fit this through here now. Oh yeah, that's better. So that I can get the twine, cork on the twine. So I'm gonna make 4 of these, and then they'll go on my tree, and then I'm going to. I was thinking I was gonna do some like pretzel baking or bread baking, and you bake them hard. You know, it's like making hardtack, and doing them in little designs or whatever that will be cute on the tree. So I'll have a bread and wine tree because it's Jesus' birthday, right? That's what the celebration of Christmas is. And we also, in our house, celebrate the other winter holidays as well. So, you know, my traditional holiday is Christmas, but we also acknowledge the others, and so we do Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Solstice, because lots of people are celebrating lots of different things, and it's been anthropologically a human experience to celebrate at that time of year, a time when the days finally start getting longer again. The celebration of the light returning, right? It's the whole idea of celebrating Jesus' birthday at that time. He's the light of the world. Philosophically, whether or not the man who was Jesus Christ was actually born on December 25th, probably not. But that's what that's about, right? Some literalist's going to get all pissed off at me and be like, Jesus was born on the 25th. It's like, really? Because in the Bible it says that where? Oh, now I have too much tape on the end anyway. That's what I've been working on. I'm getting over a cold. I've been pumping myself full of natural antibiotics. I don't get sick very often, actually. It's quite rare that I get sick. But I have a pretty strong immune system. Now, I was sexually assaulted a while back, and there for a while it made me nervous all the time. I was always going and getting tested for make sure I didn't have HIV. That was an anxiety thing. I mean, the test kept coming back negative that I didn't have HIV, but I was worried about that. And I was freaked out about my immune system. So anyway, I have a strong immune system. And so I've been taking grapefruit seed extract and golden seal and echinacea and some other natural things because my body does not tolerate antibiotics at all. And part of the reason we have so many antibiotic resistant strains of different illnesses is because antibiotics are overprescribed, and when you take them, they kill all the good flora in your body, so it's like, does all this horribleness to your body. So I try not to go to the doctor to get antibiotics unless I really need them. That way my body isn't building up immunity or resistance to antibiotics. But I do pretty well with what I take. With this cold, it's been giving me scratchy throat, some congestion. And then the air here, the air quality in California in general has been poor recently because of all the wildfires, but it's always poor here in the city. Ugh. So it's been worse. We went away, like I said, we went away for the weekend, and the air quality was better. And as soon as we got within the city limits, I started coughing in the car. And it's the air quality. The air quality in the city. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a problem. That's all right. All right, so I'm going to have a little twiny. We'll see how long I can make this before the twine would break. So maybe I'll have more like 8 of these instead of 4. Anyway. That's what's going on around here. When I'm feeling better, I'm going to go down to the Red Cross and donate some plasma, because my blood type, I'm universal donor, so anybody can take my plasma. And with all this stuff that's going on, I see all these half-assed jerk faces saying, oh, I'm going to do a benefit concert, blah, 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 blah. It's like, who the hell are you? I've never even heard of you. You really want to help people, go to the Red Cross and donate some change or donate some blood. I think it's the best thing anybody can do if you're healthy enough to do it. Anyway, have a good day.